Hello, everybody, and welcome to the entertainment headquarters. And it is trailer reaction time. And the trailer I'm about to look at is for a brand new movie. It's literally about 2-3 minutes ago, dropped on the internet, and it's something I've been quite curious about. And to watch this trailer, I thought I'm going to bring in a friend and get their reaction to this trailer. And of course, it had to be Mr. DJ Anubis of the Metal Tavern Radio.
What's up?
Yes. So you have no idea about this film, I believe.
Nope. Haven't heard anything about it.
Nothing at all. So let me enlighten you a little. So the film we're about to look at, or the trailer we're about to look at, is for the brand new fantasy movie called In the Lost Lands. And it's being directed by Paul W.S. Anderson, who you'll probably mostly remember from the Resident Evil films. Okay. And of course, in the cast, it has to have his wife in, who seems to be the only director that hires her in anything. Which, if you don't know who his wife is, it is Milla Jovovich. So
great actress.
She's a beautiful actress, a great actress. Even though he didn't direct it, she was in Hellboy 2019. And I thought she did a great
right.
job.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah, she played the villain witch in that. And I thought she did a decent job. The film wasn't that great, but she was great in it. And I generally think she's a great action actress, and I think she should be given credit where credit's due. And I just wish similar.
She's excellent in like Fifth Element, which is a classic, and then last thing I saw her in was Monster Hunter, which is pretty cool.
Yes, so you see, a lot of people didn't like Monster Hunter, but I generally enjoyed it. I thought it was a good thrill ride. I loved the final sequence when she returned back to our world and she didn't come back alone. I thought that was a great sequence. But her and also Kate Beckinsale.
Yes.
I think them two are amazing action actresses who don't get the credit that they deserve.
Correct.
But anyway, let's get cracking, as I like to say, and what Mr. Tony the Dead loves me to say. Let's get cracking. So let me talk a little bit about this film. So In the Land of the Lost is an upcoming epic fantasy film directed by Paul W.S. Anderson from a screenplay by Anderson and Konstantin Werner based on a short story by George R.R. Martin. Now, as you know, George R.R. Martin is the creator of Game of Thrones. So that piqued me interest straight away because I loved Game of Thrones, but as you know, it didn't really end on the note all the fans wanted, but I still enjoyed it for the most part. And the film stars Milla Jovovich, Dave Bautista, and Arly Jover. Now, I don't know who Arly Jover is. I've never heard of him.
Me either.
So
I saw him recognize it.
So here is a plot synopsis. A queen desperate to find happiness in love, taking a daring step, she sends the powerful and feared witch Grey Alice to the Lost Lands to give her the magical gift of turning into a werewolf. With the mysterious hunter Boyce, who supports her in the fight against dark creatures and merciless enemies, Grey Alice roams an eerie and dangerous world, and only she knows that every wish she grants has unimaginable consequences. So I know you're a huge werewolf fan, and I didn't even realize this had a werewolf in it.
Yeah, that automatically got my interest piqued.
Yeah, just, people don't generally have a lot of good things to say about Paul Anderson, but I've always found it to be an okay director. It really just depends on what you're looking for.
Correct, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So without further ado, Mr. DJ Anubis, let's check out In the Lost Lands. 1, 2, 3, here we go.
If you've got the time and the stomach for it, I've got a story for you. The world you know is gone, consumed by the flames of a great war long ago. All that's left now are the Lost Lands.
I'm looking for a guide. Someone who knows the Lost Lands.
Why you want to leave the city?
I'm looking for a great treasure, an immense power.
Friends of yours?
I don't have many friends.
Me neither.
Find them.
Outside these walls, laws of nature, they don't apply. It won't be easy. Prepare yourself. Here they come.
Her power grows stronger by the day. Our time is running out. She has become a symbol of their defiance. Down with the Overlord! This woman needs to die.
Hand her over and we'll let you live.
Sorry. She hired me first.
Your fate was sealed when you met me. This is the moment we've been working for.
It's not too late to turn back.
One always has to die.
So, how'd you like my story?
I still don't know how it ends.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
Final shot there.
Yeah, an eagle, I guess, taking on a werewolf, I believe.
Yeah.
This gives me vibes of Resident Evil meets Mad Max meets fantasy epic. That's kind of the vibes I'm getting. Like I say, W. Anderson, he's not really a director a lot of people like, or they just think he's like, no, I guess he's just like a middle budget action director. But like I say, depends what you're looking for in your films, and I quite enjoy his work.
I think the only concern I would have in this is looking at the fighting, how much of it is actual stunt work versus CGI. Like, I get concerned if there's too much CGI with it, but I am interested in it. It seems pretty cool. I like Dave Bautista. I think he's done pretty good as an actor.
Yeah, for me, out of all wrestlers turned actors, he's my favourite.
Yeah,
because he doesn't like the thing with like John Cena or The Rock. Basically, they both kind of stay in the same lane as actors. Like John Cena tries to be like a goofy action star. The Rock tries to be more like a straight-faced action star. But at least Bautista tries to go out of the box and try different roles. And apparently he's in a film that's got a lot of buzz about it, even potential Oscar buzz, called The Last Showgirl with Jamie Lee Curtis and Pamela Anderson. And he looks totally different. That he's lost, as you know, he's lost a lot of weight. He's kind of trimmed down because he wants to do more, different roles. He doesn't want to be like stereotyped as an actor. So good luck to him. I hope he achieves it. And it wouldn't surprise me if he keeps going in the direction that he's going, that he potentially could be nominated one day for an award. Whether it's an Oscar or not, who knows? But so far, looking at this, like I say, it's a mixture of Resident Evil meets Mad Max meets like fantasy, like something like Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
So it's got a bit of buzz. I am like you. I'm a bit excited for it. It has got me interested. But like you say, it's how much CGI and how much green screen action and fighting do they do? That's kind of like the question mark on it.
But it could try to be very good. So,
is this something you would go to theaters to see?
It depends. Like, they're probably gonna release another trailer at some point, so I'll probably check that out. And it always also depends on what else is out there, like what other movies, because when did it say this might come out? Did it say?
It said at the end winter this year, so that's a long time to go. So that's probably
it all
November.
Depends on what else is out there. Like last year for me was a very slow year in terms of like movies that I really wanted to go out and see. But plus it's also hard because I actually was going to try to attempt to go see Furiosa in the theaters, but before I knew it was on streaming, so I was like,
the same for me. Like I say, last year was a very mediocre year, very, not a very interesting year for film releases. There was only, I think, I normally go to the theatre. There's a lot of great stuff out, maybe 6-7 times a year, and I think I went about 4 times last year. And because there was that much things that didn't interest me, that even sacrificed my mind to see some really shitty movies just because I wanted to see if they were as bad as they were, which obviously The Crow.
Yeah, I remember. You're like, I'm going to go do it so you don't have to. I was like, thank God.
So I remember walking into the theatre and there was just me and another person in the theatre, and it was the weaker release. So that shows you the negativity that film had around it.
Right.
But in all, this year for films, there's only 4 that piqued my interest, potentially 5. The main one for me is John Wick Presents Ballerina.
That's going to be fun.
Yeah, that one. The Karate Kid Legends is another one. The 28 Years Later and the Return of the Living Dead reboot, or slow sequel, and the final one is Fantastic Four: First Steps. Because I have been a fan of Fantastic Four for a very long time. In fact, in one of my cupboards somewhere, I've got a lot of the hardcovers of the Ultimate Fantastic Four.
Yeah, I listed a few that piqued my interest. Predator Badlands, I'm still kind of interested in that. But certainly the films you listed are stuff that I want to check out as well.
Yeah, I think out of all the Marvel films, I think the Fantastic Four is the main one on me list. As for the new Superman, I don't know if I've got any interest to see it in theaters, but I would certainly watch it soon as it drops on streaming.
Yeah.
So, anything else coming up for you?
Just as like we talked about earlier when we did cinematic. Tonight, Mr. Tony and Dad are getting together again to do another Ghouls of Midnight. We're getting back on track with that. So we're doing Gene Rollins' The Grapes of Death. And then later in the week, we're going to do another one for Ghouls called Bugbuster. I haven't seen that before, so I'll check that out. And then just a couple other projects outside of, the movie stuff. One with sports, the other one with music. So I'll keep people updated for what I got coming in, as far as that's concerned.
Yeah. As for me in the entertainment headquarters, if I'm not hit with any copyright issues, late at the night I'll be dropping the iSpace Experience, which was a walk-in kind of 3D experience that me and my brother walked in on at Romania. We didn't know it was there. We just were in the mall and came across this 3D experience, and it really was a fascinating and unique thing that we did, so I really wanted to highlight it and put something together about that. And of course, as I mentioned when we did Cinematic Synergy earlier today, next week we'll be doing the Into the Darkness franchise discussions, and we're talking about The Grudge. So with that said, anybody who's seen this trailer, let me know in the comments below what you think of In the Lost Lands. Is it something you're interested in seeing? What's your thoughts on it? Please do check out my good friend Mr. DJ Anubis and the Metal Tavern Radio. And like I always say, keep on enjoying your movies, keep on enjoying all things entertainment, and we'll catch us all at the next one.